Presidential candidate and GOP frontrunner Donald Trump returned to Arizona again. He held his rally at Phoenix-Mesa Gateway Airport.
Trump shrugged off the barbs he received at last night's debate, took jabs at Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton.
And Hillary Clinton is a disaster. She's going to be beaten. She's a disaster. Don't forget, her and Obama helped get us into this mess with the migration. And the Fox poll was very strong that I beat her easily. I beat her easily. And honestly, I mean, look what I did to Bush. I haven't even started on Hillary. I haven't even started. One of the reasons we've done so well here is because we are going to stop illegal immigration. We have to. We have to. And if we don't stop it, we don't have a country, folks. We don't have a country. We don't have a country. And, you know, I have as big a heart as anybody here. I have as big a heart as anybody. It's like with the migration. Help them. Let's do something. But we can't let them come over.
Tonight, we have team coverage in Mesa.
Now, your side's Keaton Thomas is standing by with the crowd reaction and protesters. But first, we begin with 9 Your Side's Craig Smith with a wrap-up of today's event. Craig.
Well, Donald Trump filled about half of a rather large aircraft hangar with supporters today. His speech really didn't so much cover a theme as just hopping from one topic to the next, to the next, to the next. So let's go ahead and hear from him now.
They're saying, are you going to run as an independent? I said, you know, I just got a poll where I'm at 41 and other guys are at 2 and 3 and 7. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, I think I'll leave now and I'll run as an independent. But they never show the crowd size. You know that, right? I always talk about it. I go home, my wife said, did you have many people? Because they just don't show the crowd. They show my face. They never show the crowd. I built a great company. I built a tremendous company. Very little debt, tremendous cash flow, the best assets. And the only reason I say it, I'm not saying it because it sounds terrible in a certain way. I don't want to brag. But that's the thinking we need in this country. We have $19 trillion in debt. Hillary Clinton is a disaster. She's going to be beaten. She's a disaster. Don't forget, her and Obama helped get us into this mess with the migration. Her with, let's go into Libya, let's go here. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing. She wakes up in the morning. I will not say that she puts on her pantsuit because that's what she does. I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying it.
Now, a big applause line. You heard him comment earlier about illegal immigration. He repeated his promise to build a much larger border wall and do it with the Mexicans paying the bill for that. And he insists that, yes, he would have the clout to make that stick. As for his complaint that never showed the crowds, it was a fair-sized airplane hangar. They did fill about half of it. The best estimate we got on the size, it's a little tough to get that in sort of a building where people are just standing as opposed to being in fixed seats. But we got an official estimate from the police department. They were hearing roughly somewhere between 3,100 and 5,000. A lot of that variance because it's hard to estimate in a building of that sort. Reporting live, Craig Smith, KGUN-9. On your side.
Craig, thank you. And now with more on the fan fest that the GOP frontrunner brought to Mesa today. Now your side's Keaton Thomas with their reactions. Craig, Keaton.
Well, Stella, we're at the hangar that this whole entire rally was at, and as Craig said, Mesa Police said they had about 5,000 people here, the hangar behind me at Phoenix-Mesa Gateway Airport. Now, also outside, though, there were some protests planned for the Donald Trump rally, and to be honest, though, there was a small crowd, maybe about 20 of them total. However, I did speak to both sides here with the supporters and the protesters. After the presidential hopeful finished speaking today, I got reaction from those who came.
We're interested in Mr. Trump's campaign.
Greg Sober says it was good to hear Trump in the flesh rather than just snippets from the media. Being here confirmed his support.
It confirmed basically he's got his finger on the pulse, I think, of what a lot of people are concerned about.
In Arizona, that includes illegal immigration, also terrorism concerns. In general, speaking to supporters, they didn't so much reflect on specific plans from Trump, but rather an overall idea.
Because he says he'll do it, and he says things like they are.
In a small crowd of protesters, some basically say they aren't happy with exactly how he says things.
His comments about anchor babies, about Mexicans being rapists, and the way he's been derisive or derogatory towards Mexicans, but also the way he's treated Muslims as well.
This teacher even took a day off of school to protest Trump's immigration policy.
A lot of my students are affected by policy that Trump promises to enact if he were president.
And Trump was also talking about, as you said, the crowd, how we don't show the crowd. It is also fair to note, though, that when we were standing outside during the actual rally itself, there were a number of people leaving early. I talked to many of them. Some were just tired. Some had to go to work. But there were a handful that I talked to that said they were unhappy with the way Trump started, saying that he was mostly just bragging about himself and talking about how he was giving jabs at the debate against some of those other candidates. But for now, we're live in Mesa. I'm Keaton Thomas, KGUN-9 on your side.
Keaton, thank you.